Good morning. I am Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you, talking about you and your business. As always, delighted to have on Daven Michaels, one of our most prolific contributors on the Price of Business program. Daven Michaels is a best-selling, New York Times best-selling author, and I consider a thought leader when it comes to helping people maximize their time and really make a difference in the way they conduct their business. He's also CEO of 123employee.com. Tell us a little bit more about your work and 123employee, and then introduce your guest today.
Hey, Kevin, good morning. Well, yeah, 123employee is the premier outsourcing centers in the Philippines. We have hundreds and hundreds of employees on 3 continents. We work with entrepreneurs and some large companies as well, and we do their internet marketing, social media, telemarketing, back office tasks, all the busy stuff in their business so they can focus on the income-generating activities and the things that really juice them. And today, Kevin, I'm super excited. We have a great guest with us today. You know, I have to tell you, in 1982, I read a book by John Nesbitt called Megatrends, and he said that today we would be in an information society. And sure enough, I think he was right. And so I'm excited to have Paolo Gaudiano on the line with us today. He's founder and CEO of Infamous. And Infamous revolutionizes the way users, publishers, and advertisers interact with online content by making it fun. So, Paolo, welcome to the show.
Well, good morning. Thank you, Kevin, and nice speaking with you, and nice speaking with you, Daven. Yeah, so we created Infamous a couple of years ago when we realized that there was a fundamental problem with the way that people deal with the web, which is that most of what we do online is actually based on text. You know, whether you're looking at somebody's website or reading the news or looking at social media or email. And the fact is we don't do very well with that. So, you know, you see things like people go to Google and they click on the first couple of links and then that's all they really see. And so, you know, we took the concept of word clouds and made it much more fun and sexy, essentially what the iPhone did for mobile phones. You know, remember they used to be kind of a pain to use. Well, we did the same thing by making it really easy and fun to visit websites. And so that's been a great ride, and we're working with really large publishers like The Economist and Entertainment Weekly and The Washington Post and a number of international publications as well.
By the way, the website is infamous.com, INFOMOUS, the little play on the word info, and famous all in one. So glad to have you on the program. Go ahead, next question, Daven.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Paolo, would you consider this to be gamification? And then also, well, I have a second question, but go ahead and answer that first.
What I consider to be gamification, yes and no. I mean, I think what we've done is, you know, I remember learning about the web a long time ago. I've got quite a bit of gray hair, and I remember in the 90s learning about the idea of surfing the web, and I still, frankly, a lot of it these days is a bit more like being on a railroad track, you know, where you have to choose with menus and long lists of words, and we've made it a lot more fun, and we see that people just love, you know, clicking the words and, you know, reading all the articles that are related to specific words. And so there's definitely a gamification element and the kind of the animation and the look and feel help with that.
Gotcha.
Very interesting. Let me ask you real quickly, kind of give us a panoramic overview of the kind of companies that use a firm like yours.
You know, it's interesting because we started out targeting consumers. You know, we felt that this was a really great platform where individuals, you know, you could go online and say, hey, I want to see what people are saying on my Twitter timeline or on my Facebook page and make it much easier. But then what we realized is that the companies that really benefit is really anyone that has a large website with a lot of content. So we've had small websites using it, but it's large publishers that have the problem that people may go on and read one article and then they leave. And so what they do instead is they put one of our interactive clouds at the bottom of the article, for example, and what people will see is a cloud of words that are related to the article they just read about. And what they found is that by doing this, people will spend 10, 15 minutes literally playing with the cloud and exploring more content on the website. And so that's been our primary focus for the last year or so, has been large companies that have a lot of content online.
Interesting. Daven?
Yeah, absolutely. So how does this model work with your clients? So do they pay you based on the more consumption of the data that takes place? In other words, the more click-throughs and the longer time they stay on the page? Or how does that work?
You know, that's a really good question. And the fact is we've seen a variety of different models. And, you know, being a fairly young company and we've focused on growth, and so we've been flexible with clients. So some prefer to pay kind of a flat monthly fee because they see the value in increasing the time that people spend on the website. For other clients, we use a revenue share model where, in addition to the content from their own website, and they choose to include content from other websites, and then they get paid whenever somebody clicks and goes off of the website. And we also, by the way, anyone can use it for free. There is a free version that includes some ads that, of course, we have to support the business somehow. But so anyone could go to infamous.com and create their own clouds and embed them, very much like a YouTube video, really simple. You just drop a little line of code inside your website, and magically these clouds appear that can keep your people on your visitors on there longer.
Very interesting. Very interesting. So, and you mentioned it's a relatively new company. How new is it?
The company is it's a little bit over 2 years old. We founded it at the end of 2011. And so here we are, about 28 months later, and growing like crazy. Our traffic has been going through the roof, especially in the last 9 months, and having a lot of fun.
Daven, want to wrap it up?
Absolutely. So basically, Paolo, where can people get more information on your services?
So you can get information just by going to infamous.com, and as you pointed out, it's a bit of a pun on the word. It's actually spelled info, M-O-U-S, so infomous.com. And anybody's welcome to poke around, and our contact information on there, and we'd love to have more people using it.
Very good. All right. Thanks to both of you. By the way, Daven can be reached over at 123employee.com. Great segment. Great to learn more about the good work you're doing, Pablo. We enjoyed it very much. When we come back, we're going to have much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here, it shows up over there at usdailyreview.com, and you're listening to The Price of Business.